Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Actually, I don't even need to see that at all. I can just completely go away. Hello. Um. Then what's this? Oh. When did that happen? Crossing July, estimated. Ah, I see. Alright, so January, April. Okay. I was wondering when. I was wondering what that $50 was. Twitch just gave me $50. I'm like, what? But it's accumulated over months. It's not like I just got $50 out of nowhere. It gives me $50 every like 6 months. I always forget where it comes from because I don't get any money on Twitch. Alright, let's get rid of that. I'm gonna keep the combo, but we're gonna go in a different direction outside of that. Could I put Goto in here? Probably not. No mana rocks. I don't really need it, because everything that would get Goto can just get a combo that actually wins, like this one. Maybe no talisman? Hello. I do like cheat death effects. So... Oh yeah, I got a Blink Moth Nexus, that's right. I can't imagine the new set brought anything I would contemplate in this deck, though, honestly. Did Celes get anything new? I mean, I just said it. I don't actually know, but I'm looking right now, this very second. I don't think it did. Nothing has sprung to mind, at least. Oh, I didn't see this. Exile all creatures. That's actually really good. Wow. That's actually really, really, really good. I've not once seen someone play that yet. I don't think it did get anything. I don't think. Can you play this? Kind of. I have flicker effects. Can kind of play this card. But I don't have a lot. Counter on this, gain life. This is not impossible, though. It might not be where We should take it, though. Yeah, it doesn't look like we got anything. Maybe the black space land, even still. Yeah, it's not looking like it. I'm sure there's like one card, maybe. So you could play this. Right? Does that work? Yeah, this actually does work. They don't have text on them though, but I don't know if that matters. And if you flicker it, it's also funny. All right, there might be something here with this one. If ever it's gonna work, it's probably in this deck. So there's like a card or whatever. Yeah, you can warp your commander. Do I have all the good flickers first, though? I guess. Yeah, maybe. Thran Vigil. Oop. Does that work? Specifically with Persist? It dies. Yeah, I suppose it does work, okay. What am I not thinking about? Something's not right in my head. What's... Okay, right, yeah, okay, the combo is Persist. I don't know why I thought there was two different lines. It's just that one. Alright, well, at least there's one new card from the set that I actually do not hate. But I still want to play more things that just attack my opponent. I don't even know if it's that great to do it, but like something such as... let's see, no Case. Actually, no Thoughtseize. No Duress. I'm not gonna run Beseech. Alright, so what are the good Celes creatures? Oh, it's... Actually, what about the lands? Celes does thoroughly enjoy the Ancient Tomb there. You do normally cast Celes like 6 times. Probably Cavern. Could be a little sketchy, but also maybe just completely free. I don't think I'm gonna run this right now. Is this a mythic rare? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, I have 2? I don't remember. Apparently I have 2 of them. Yeah, Croxaflage. Definitely castable. Bow Striders also pretty interesting. I want those. Oh, right. 2 new cards. I got that thing too. Sure. Maybe no Wish Claw, actually. I was running Chain of the Rocks. That's good. Gamble has some pretty good gamble targets, actually. As a new sack outlet. Do I need another one? Maybe. Let's see what it looks like. Is it a... This thing? No, we have Viscerous here, though, right? Isn't Viscerous here just way better? I think it is. Unless there's another one I'm not seeing. Isn't there like a bunch of sack outlets that I could run that I'm not running? Hold on. We do not have Viscerous here? Okay, wait a minute. I've seen Viscerous here in Magic Arena. I know I have seen it on Magic Arena. I don't believe this at all. Let's see here. Why is the secret layer Viscerous here $10,000? Huh? Okay. Well, that beats me. It literally says $10,000. Why is it backwards? What? The Viscerous here text is backwards on the secret layer drop thing, I guess. I don't understand. Is this like a joke card? What is this? Numbered series is 100 copies, and it's just in reverse. Alright. And it's $10,000. Cool. Alright, so Viscerous here, I guess, is not in Magic Arena. Could have fooled me. I was rather confident that it was. I am dead set that I have seen someone play it rather recently. Maybe I'm muddying it up with Magic Online, playing Modern. I must be. I struggle to believe I've never seen it. It's very strange. Yeah, Mandela moment, I guess. I added lands. Did I take any out? I added 2 lands. I did not take any out. I can probably shave these like that. I'm running the Surveil lands. I don't actually know if I like those. Maybe. Okay. I guess we can play this for now? Is this... I mean, the fact that somebody... Yeah, you brought this up specifically. It makes me think there's just not as many as I thought in the game. Sacrifice a creature. It's like, what does this? Artifacts, enchantments. They're really just not that many. Huh. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Weird. Alright. It's notable then. Mardu what? Oh. I don't know what Mardu Terra is. Bruh. The Mardu Final Fantasy Commander? Oh, whoops. Filters. Probably doesn't help, does it? Being in combat, mill 2, it gets flying. Rather random, sure. And then when it hits somebody, and it always has flying when it attacks, you pay 2, and you reanimate a creature. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I need it. Power 3 or less. I mean, it's one of the pieces. It's not really that bad. Wait, maybe I can actually find the... Oh, this thing. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's another one. I don't think I struggled with the amount I had last time, but... I don't hate more of that. What it like... I said the third version of this deck was some sort of mid-range beatdown thing, but the more I'm looking at it, the less I actually know what those mid-range beatdown creatures are. Celes Rune Knight. We must consult the internet. Which I guess is what the chat is. Yeah, the Terra's in a third of the decks. We don't have red cap. It looks like the combo thing is actually the most played by far. Alright, interesting. Oh, there's Viscera here. Esper Sentinel is universally good. I don't see a Johnny. I don't know what Lotho's up to, but... Okay, Lotho's kind of funny. Historic Brawl, I noticed a lot of people don't actually cast... Oh, there's so many game changers. Jeez. Don't actually cast, Oh, Ranger Captain. It doesn't tutor a combo piece, though. I refuse to play Stitcher Supplier. I don't like it. Priest of Felright. Sun Titan? Oh, yeah. Okay. Calm down. Alright, there doesn't seem to be a, like... Chart combos... 1/1 counters, reanimator. Let's look at... Okay, let's look at this here. Rejoin. Wait. Yeah, this is the counters one. Which I guess is a combo one again? That's weird. Yeah, this isn't... Hold on. Alright, what about you? Well, I've already played this. I already played that. I don't have to do that again. What about you? Okay, there we go. Baron, Returner's Leader. Okay, Sephiroth. Again, just a big chunk of combo stuff. Silence. Lotho's the most played in this version. That's hilarious. Brooding Spaghetti. Okay, so could I think the wheels kind of thing is mostly just reanimating. So alright. It appears to not actually have a super like kind of beatdown thing where you play like a bunch of 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute creatures and you just sporadically put them in play. It does not seem to be a thing. Alright. Well, if it is, it's just overshadowed by the combo threat that all versions of this have, so alright, fair enough. Also, yeah, we're playing this. That's what we're doing. Easily my top 5 commanders in the game currently. I mean, I'll play Lotho. Why not? I don't know if I like it that much here, though. Let's see. This isn't something that happens crazy often in Historic Brawl, but sometimes it happens. But not that often. And even when it does, are we like, super excited about that? Like, I don't even have Arcane Signet in here. Like, why isn't that in here first? This is not 4-player. You don't have 3 other people spinning here. It's just 1. I actually just kind of don't like Lotho. I've only seen Lotho in Kethis. To which I kind of don't like it there either, actually. Oh, I'm sure there's other commanders that are doing the same thing. Like, I don't doubt that at all. Like, if you want to do Mardu creature attack your opponent in the face, yeah, there's absolutely better commanders than this, but my argument was they could just do it. You have the case, like, this is why it's one of my favorite commanders, because it can do 5 different things. I've played against one that had some random spaghetti in it. Okay. It's not like I didn't change stuff. Actually, I'm going to take out Cruelty as well. Cheat death effects. Mox actually is kind of up my alley. If we're going to... Yeah. Is it Feign Death? Yeah. Blood Artist? What's Blood Artist doing? Just a combo piece? I guess it's just a combo piece. What are my other combo pieces? So we have Mesmeric... Wait, no, we have Altar... It's like sack outlet, sack outlet, and damage. So this wins on its own. Let's see. If your commander's in play, and you have persist creature, and you have a sack outlet, like Altar. Yeah, that was... Wait, that was the thing about these two, right? Wasn't that the thing? It's all coming back to me. These don't need a 4th card. It's all coming back to me. These don't need a 4th card. Like, this needs a 4th card. Does this need a 4th card? No, this is just the Celes. That's what that is. Maybe I don't like this. Like, making this infinitely large doesn't really feel that good without some kind of Blood Artist. Do I want to run Blood Artist effects? Not really. No, not really. Um... You could sort of play tokens. Would still kind of struggle to put counters on them, though. How many creatures... Okay, so with... Let's say we have 2 attackers, like this and that, and we're looping a persist creature. That feels actually fine. That could essentially make 2, at minimum, 2 lethal threats that just swing and one-shot your opponent. So maybe I can run this still. Because there'd be 2 of them. Sometimes there'd be more. But I would do it with 2. I'd do it with 2 here. Conrad's just the expensive blood artist, isn't it? Yeah, that's just the egregiously expensive blood artist. There's no real reason to play that instead of blood artist or Zilliport Cutthroat. They're just doing the same exact thing at 2 mana instead of 5. Unless you want to mill yourself randomly. I mean, it doesn't win if they block, but like I said, two lethal attackers is good enough for me to try it. If my commander and this are swinging, and they're both a one-shot, I'm okay with the attempt. Oh, this just kills your opponent when it dies? When this dies, you may pay 2. When you do, deals damage to... Okay. So, this technically gives me a way to kill them through infinite blockers. There's no real way to give it infinite life without a treasure? Which is kind of lame. Oh, it's only a sorcery. Oh, what? Wait, does that matter? It actually kind of does. They can't disrupt it if it's an instant. Oh, you can still disrupt it if it's an instant. You can respond to the persist. Ooh, that's sketchy. Can I craft it? I can. I don't know. I really like the bottom part, but yeah, you lose a lot because it's a sorcery. But it might just be okay. Might be alright. What is Idyllic Tutor doing? I don't remember. Oh, Goblin Bombardment? Yeah, well, you know. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Alright, so let's go back to this one. Deals combat damage, pay 2, reanimate. It's a recurring reanimating threat style card. Do I want it here? Do I have enough ways to reanimate? I think I do. That don't involve a creature having to attack. Alright, I'm not going to run Terra. It was not bad, though. I actually kind of like it. It would be a shame to burn a Mythic there, though. I only have one. It definitely works. But I think there's just enough. Like, there's a mountain of reanimate spells already. Like, just a bunch of the white ones. Didn't I look at that? Oh, no, I didn't. Kind of the same thing? Wait, what's this one do? If you attacked, reanimated. Okay, sure. Tap and attack. Yeah, both of those kind of work. Right? They both technically work. They do demand I swing in, but maybe that's possible. Those are okay. It's not ideally not a mythic either, so. They're also part of that mid-range package. I could get rid of Grief. Another card I want to craft at some point is Fury. I probably can't put Fury in here, but that's one of my big ticket crafts. Pretty up there. Yeah, imagine not crafting exclusively mythics that are green for a start brawl. Actually, imagine. Alright, so, no, that's still fine. No, this, it doesn't create... Oh, well, it does with your commander. Yeah, it does with your commander. Alright, never mind. Do we need Flasian Croxus still? I can't say they're bad. I don't feel like they're the most annoying thing in this deck. We also have stuff like Ancient Tomb. So it's definitely not its most annoying. I don't have mana rocks or treasures. They are double. There's no colorless. I didn't run them last time for kind of the same reason. The format's only gotten faster too because of Ancient Tomb and Gemstone Cavern and stuff. Chrome Box. It's only gotten faster. I don't know if there's time for these cards. Like, do I care about what it's... I like Flage. I don't know if I care about what Croxa is specifically doing. I don't know if I care about it. Making my opponent discard 4 mana 6/6. I don't know, there's some scenarios where both of them are just incredibly annoying, but I can see them being far and away the most difficult thing to cast in this deck. I kind of like the side option plan they give me. I mean, Zoo also could just make them 6/6s. I can reanimate. Alright, so what am I actually doing with this? Unless I bounce the creature... I don't think that matters, though. If I just make something a skeleton, and my commander's in play, it does trigger my commander. And then everything gets a counter. Not that there's a lot of creatures anyways? Huh. It's not like it comes back and just suddenly has persist. I do have to do something with it after. Could get rid of Avarice. Okay, I'm gonna take out Zoophyte. I think the flicker effect is too difficult, and the textless skeleton not actually providing that much for me. How difficult truly is it to cast the giants? Not that difficult. I think I'm gonna make it slightly easier on myself here. And run... Oh. Like, what is it? Mana Confluence? Guess that's kind of the only big one. I'm not going to play the Rupture Spire stuff. I don't think the format lets you play those double tapped lands. I think we're well past that. Alright, I mean, what do we got? 40 lands, MDFCs, fair amount of them. Could probably shave a land and not lose my mind. Alright, this is not as different as I... Turn my air conditioner off. Alright, yeah. We'll start here. Alright, we're back yet again with Celes, one of my favorite commanders. It doesn't... I was gonna do the quote-unquote third variant of this, which involves a bunch of mid-rangey value creatures that sort of bounce in and out of your graveyard and just trigger the 1/1 counter thing and beat your opponent to death with that. Stuff like Alesha. Actually, I think both Aleshas kind of do something rather similar to, or, you know, in line with that idea. But after looking at lists online on like EDH Rec and whatnot, it doesn't seem like all of the strategies that this does, they still have the combo just in their back pocket. So it's just the thing that this thing does. So it seems like far and away the most successful idea is persist with this, so it keeps coming in and out infinitely with some kind of sack outlet like Altar of Dementia and Bombardment, just winning. There's slightly less winning lines, but they still can just win, like this one, where you sack the persist thing infinitely, and you have ideally, two infinitely large lethal threats, your commander and this, and while that won't just kill your opponent guarantee, it's still interesting enough. You could probably run, and what I probably could do is run, what's the MDFC Fling? This thing? Could run this and just, like, get over your opponent's stuff with it. I wouldn't really think this is the worst idea. The problem sort of starts to build up if you have too many pieces of a combo and, like, it doesn't do anything unless you have the entire thing. Let me click that for now. So let's say I have the persist creature, I have this in play, I have the sack outlet that isn't one of the ones that deals infinite damage or mills infinitely, and then I also have to now kill my opponent, right? It's just asking for just a lot, and something like this can genuinely help with that, right? It's really not a bad idea, in my opinion, to maybe try... Actually, you know what? I'll try shave that and just see what happens. It's, at the very least, still a land, so I don't feel too bad about it. But yeah, it's... This is not nearly as different as the last time I played it, and I don't normally do that. But, I mean, with Ancient Tomb, Gemstone in the game now, it's just something I want to do again. Chromox wasn't in here last time. I'm actually not sure why. Maybe I thought it was bad or something. I think it was in the game at the time. I mean, I guess I can't remember, but it wasn't that long ago. It was just Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure these are around. So I'm not really sure why I did that. It feels pretty obvious to run it. Maybe it was a lapse in judgment, or maybe, you know what? Maybe I just didn't own it at the time. I really do not remember, but I would probably play Chromox in all Celes decks. It just seems like a perfect fit. Philage and Croxa have never been in any Celes lists of mine, but they do fit that mid-range idea, and while they're a bit difficult to cast, they can be annoying enough that I think they're worth trying to kill my opponent with. So, yeah, so there's combo stuff, a lot fewer tutor effects here to tutor for pieces, so I expect to see any kind of direct combo far less often, which might be a problem. Who knows? But you know what? Let's craft it. Let's send it. We're not here to think. We're to win. Or lose. In no particular order. I can do both of my quests, too. Look at that. Oop, I just clicked Tifa. I just expect the game to shoot me the list I've been staring at for 40 minutes. Hey, we're under an hour. Look at that. 40 minutes. New record. Took 40 minutes and the vast majority of the deck was already built. Still took 40 minutes. That's alright. It's all part of the experience, right? All part of the experience. Well, there's definitely new commanders to play against with Celeste, which I've not quite seen. Alright, we have... my entire hand is actually all new cards. Not new, but just for this deck. That's really fun. Oh, except this. Ooh, I don't think that makes any sense. Alright, let's try this. We got... Stuff? I kind of like Stuff. Stuff is usually good, right? We like Stuff in this stream here. So. Stuff is ideal. Tapped Mountain, huh? Yep. Well. Oh wait, I can't stop this anyways. It is the unstoppable one. I think we're at 3 unstoppable ones, right? You have like the Kami, Arboreal Grazer, and Utopia Sprawl, so there's like 3 of them. Well, all of this is really bad now, but maybe I can still win with some kind of weird scam. They have Nykthos, this is very unfortunate. Let's get this one. A little too late for that. Yeah, so Mesmeric Orb can mill into something extremely scary, I guess. There you go. They have to get Ragavan? No? Oh, that's after red too. Okay, never mind. Found another way to tap for red. It's like, yeah, they have to find a red source. They found it. So we can play Orb now, and that helps me set up into a better situation later. Well, I must admit, these were some very good mills. Look at that. Wow. Those were quite ideal. Oh, never mind. My opponent just undid everything. Cool. Cool. Opponent has the old benefits from my card. Okay, well, looks like it's not going to matter. Do I start with my commander? Wait a minute. I still don't have it. What am I talking about? Yeah, I still don't actually have a column. Let's get rid of you, and we can reanimate Putrid Goblin, but I could probably just not risk that for no reason. Yeah. Cast this and I see the old Crucible there. I'm not sure what I can... Let's see, so 1, 2, 3... I'm still 2 turns away from it, right? Tutor, Sack Outlet, Cast Sack Outlet and this. Yeah, so I'm 2 turns away from it. Okay, well, guess they don't have to even use this when you just still have the best thing ever out of hand. Amazing. Amazing. Well, pretty sure I'm just completely dead next turn. So, not sure what to do. They got a shifting woodland? Oh, it is a creature, isn't it? There is some weird world in which I win this turn. If I had discarded... No, it's still 1 mana off. If I discarded this, it's still 1 off. So, always this. Wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, always this. I don't think there's anything to concern myself with that isn't simply trying to win the game. So I'm going to just try to win the game. Let's not shock ourselves for no reason. This doesn't matter. Let's cut down Fanatic. I'm not interested in anything my opponent has in their graveyard. And that's it. That's all she wrote. I have to now not die. Which I think I'm borderline dead on board. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I'm counting 14 exactly. See, this is why I always say that you shouldn't mill your opponent unless it's like super fast and lethal. Okay, what just happened? What actually just happened? I didn't even mentally register what happened there. Did they just throw? Did my opponent just throw the game? What just happened? Their shifting woodlands just died. They copied the 0/0. Okay, they just made a colossal mistake. Alright. We're back in it now. On the bright side, if you give your opponent infinite value with your 2-drop, I suppose your opponent may trip up in all the infinite value they got. But as it stood, I believe I saw exactly 14 with the most direct damage-dealing line. If I counted it correctly, it would lose the Delighted Halfling in combat, or the 2/2 in combat. Okay, it looks like we're just in it, unless my opponent has. Actually, I don't think anything stops me. I don't think anything stops me. Can I reanimate anything that would give me a layer of safety? I'm at 9. I don't want to die to Lightning Bolt. No, not really. Okay, it's very unlikely they have anything with 1 mana anyways, so I'm just going to assume I win. Oh yeah, Celes is also lethal, so I can poke all of their creatures to death to kill them even faster. It like has to be Lightning Bolt, and it has to be one of the last 2 cards. Okay, it doesn't appear to be the case. So let's get all the blockers out of the way. Which is ever so slightly faster than Going face 50 times. But not by much. Actually, is it faster? 15? Yeah, it is. It is. Cool. I need to kill Pac? Why? Oh, just for... But isn't it still faster? Let's see, 11 plus 4 is 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it's 17 instead of 19. It's ever so slightly faster. Well, my phone is just going... Oh! Oh! Seeking assistance, missing... Oh! Amber alert. There's an Amber alert. Uh-oh. Alright, chat. Be on the lookout for an adopted child. That was really loud. Look, I said it was ever so slightly faster. I did say it's 2 less clicks. I was right. I haven't had a phone alarm in a long... Hey, look at that. I got the black space land. Look at that. Actually, it wasn't an Amber Alert. I think someone just went missing in a waterfall, I guess. I should probably actually really read that. Let me read this. What did that say? Oh, it's gone. What? How do I reread it? Oh, it's just gone. It's not in my chat history? No? Alright, well, I guess I don't know what it was. It's something to do with someone getting lost in the... something about a waterfall or something. Someone went missing. What are we doing? Playing Magic? Okay. Playing Magic. This is very, very sketchy, but I like it with Gamble Creation. It's all here, actually, in the weirdest way possible. Alright, we've played against this person quite a few times. I don't think I've ever beat him. They play the same thing a lot. They also seem to have, like, crazy stuff every single time. But maybe I can actually have crazy stuff myself for once. That is notably not a ramp spell. I mean, they kind of already played one, but still. What if they exile? Just another land. Alright, Gemstone and Ancient Tomb. Excellent. Do I need the 3-2? Not really. I think the first... No, I just don't need it. I just don't need them. Let's cast... Let's get Blood Crypt? Ooh. No, I have the card that lets me get a swamp without feeling stupid. Let's get the Persist Creature. Well, my opponent has 4 mana on turn 2. Oh, make that 3. So do I cast Gamble? I think I do? No, I need my commander in play no matter what. Right? Yeah, so let's just do the commander first. Yeah, it's gonna... I just have to have it in play, and then we can get rid of you, and I don't know if I want to keep cut down. Probably not. I don't really care that much about this analyst. And I just... Oh, wait, no, I want to keep the Gamble. What am I talking about? There we go. I do not have anything that wins next turn. Unless I low roll the gamble. Okay. I'm going to assume my opponent's going to play Gitrog Monster. But who knows? Okay. They just didn't do anything. I gotta stop drawing with it. Alright. So we're gonna do it. And we're... Wait, let's go with this first. Yeah, I'm gonna... This gives me... Because they didn't play Gitrog Monster. Alright, that just snap resolved. Alright, so we can... Go for it now. Oh no, I don't have red mana. Ooh. Is there a different combo that's colorless? Come on. Yes, there is. There's that. Alright. Everything's fine? Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We did it. Unless we didn't. Unless we just didn't. Come on. Come on. Perfect answer from the brony. Of course. Alright, so now we have to draw a land, and we can try again. Yep, basically. Okay, that doesn't do anything right now. I wonder if I could have just waited. But no, they would just tear asunder something else. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, there's no waiting there. Recommission. Alright, I'm gonna always draw here. Of course not. So now I needed an untapped land. Full stop. Right? Is that what I needed? Yep, I did, to get the 3-mana persist creature. That's completely what I needed. Alright. Alright, so we can play the One Ring, which probably shores up any crazy things my opponent could do to me. And I don't have a use for a land at this point, so pass. Alright. Maybe the One Ring just buys me enough time. I'm not sure they can kill me through the One Ring. I find it extremely unlikely. Did I keep the land? No, I did not. Okay. My opponent does have Strip Mine. Okay. Yeah, to flip the creation target, I guess. Okay. So there goes my sack outlet. Yep, my opponent just has played the perfect answer to everything I've done. Just completely perfect. I can sack that here. Does that matter? Nope, why would it? Alright, well, cool. Yep, just infinite perfect answers. You got it. Nothing I have in my hand matters. I can play this and then lose. Cool. Yep, if I flipped the targets, I was gonna win. Had the guarantee win. Yep, I've yet again lost to that same brony. Alright. Tragic. Same deck, too. Easily the most optimized Gitrog monster list I've seen. They've also always just had something crazy busted. The fact that my turn 1 Black Market Connections wasn't good enough just goes to show how, like, green is doing its own thing, and the other 4 colors just kind of watch. This looks like a get rid of a Croxa situation. No, I can get rid of this Fury, actually. Oh, I'm on the play. Alright, no, I can just be an idiot as well. That works. Also, yeah, if I did draw anything but a tap land, like the Surveil land costing the game there. Alright. No, that person's always had it like that, to that degree, every time I played against them. It's always just been something like that. Yep. I'm not even going to pretend like anything else matters. Excellent. So... this could be useful, but it is incredibly slow against Tifa, so I'm going to argue that it is not at all useful. Why would you blow up the Gemstone Caverns? It doesn't tap for mana. Alright, I mean, I'll take it. That was kind of weird, I feel. I think the last card in their hand is a protection spell. Yeah, the last card in their hand was a protection spell. So they just didn't have it. What did they discard to Croxa? It was this thing? Would this have killed me? If they got rid of something else in hand, like what I assume is this protection spell, this is most assuredly a protection spell. So, if they cast this instead of the protection spell, Tifa would have been at 3, 6, 12, 24. Huh. Alright. I don't feel like I have any business winning that. But it looked like it was all in on Tifa, and that one does definitely have a way to fizzle, as we saw there, with actually not even that much interaction. All I did was cast a single lightning bolt. That was a double Mox opening hand. Alright, Flage. You know what to do. What is Flage actually good against? Like, what are we flaging in Historic Brawl? It's starting to really hit me that maybe Lightning Helix just kind of sucks. Might not be good at all. Triome. Okay, can play this on... No, let's not do that. Yeah, let's just do this instead. It's not like playing this does anything at all. Oh hey, it's the Sablet Tender. Alright, we did it. Flage value. It's real. Look at it go. Hey, we can actually sort of get Flage and play this game. It's certainly a possibility. Let's put this on white. Yeah, it's a thing we can do. If I Dark Ritual this, it's 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 in total? Okay. So I should probably do that. It's an excellent way to advance my win condition, is to spree this. Okay. So we want the Putrid Goblin. That is a very satisfying card to spree. I mean, it cost me a Dark Ritual, but still. So now I'm in the I have multiple lethal threats department kind of idea here. Every time I play against this, I'm just so glad it's not Tamiyo. Not to say that it's doing something significantly worse, but every time I see it, I'm like, oh, it's not Tamiyo. Alright, let's play you. Actually, let's play this and then this, just in case there's weird stuff. I can keep one of the sack outlets. Let's keep the weird one that could potentially win the game, sort of. Okay, not the greatest there. Flage without haste doesn't kill this. Maybe that's not a big deal, though. One, two, three. Okay. Again, it's another 2-turn situation. What makes them play 2 lands a turn? How do they do? Oh, this thing. Alright. I was like, how did they do that? Okay, well, I didn't lose. That's cool. Let's play Grim Tutor. I mean, I could cast Flage, but that's like a turn off of actually winning? Is it? That might not be true at all. I can play this Tutor. It's not. I can still... I can actually Flage here. Alright, so let's go to combat. I want them to block the Selfless Savior. I want them to do this. Which is why I swung with it. Yeah, I want them to block. I could have pushed 1 more damage, but I really don't know what that would be. Like, I could put a counter on the Celes before combat, but that's not us winning the game. It also, like, doesn't take many creatures for this to be very scary. Like, I don't need 5 tokens or anything to have this situation just show up and be spooky. Okay. Tutor. Win condition? Win game? One apparently has some kind of interaction. Not ideal. It doesn't really matter which one I get. I don't think. Chain to the rocks. Well, I mean, if I don't win, it would be nice to have that. So if I go to combat first, what does that actually do? Nothing. It does nothing. Alright. I don't know if there's anything my opponent can do about this. It could be like besiege you? Maybe 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's poke. It doesn't really matter what I poke, so let's poke this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Could have swung with a Putrid Goblin as well. Alright. Is there any reason at all to do anything? Because I don't think there is. They make me think they have besiege you or something. They also didn't concede immediately, so... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They did not play their commander before they just did that. I don't know what it is, but something's being left up, and I feel like it's Beseju. I'm still gonna block the 15-15. I think that would be ideal. They didn't block Flage. It was free to block Flage, wasn't it? Well, not necessarily. Can you still have Beseju with 2 mana as a legendary? Yeah, there's enough legendaries. Sure. Let's see what the idea is. We'll find out right now. Does that change anything? Nope. It's another exile effect, so I can't reanimate it. Alright, so chain to the rocks. We're still lethal with the Flage attack. This is the funniest lethal I've ever seen, and I'm going to do it. You're right. Yep. That is a funny lethal. Look at that. So 2 lethal attackers actually came up this time, right? Which I wasn't 100% about. Also, if this were to die at any point, my opponent would immediately lose the game. So this is just really difficult. But it is another perfect answer to the combo. I was respecting Beseju. I didn't necessarily have to block, but I think the window to try to... Because my opponent is the deck they are, like anything green in this format, you can't wait until they're quote-unquote forced to tap out for something, right? Because they're going to have infinite mana. Sometimes, like a Tamiyo deck, if they're stuck, and I've seen this a few times, they're stuck leaving up mana drain the entire game. That's 2 mana that's not being spent on anything for the rest of the game until you know, make them use their... they have a window to actually cast a mana drain. So, but with green decks, look at my opponent's mana base. They will never ever not just float this. So it's not very great to try to consistently play around something. And yeah, we just found another way to win. So the Flage trigger kills the other blocker. By the way, that's why it's lethal. That wasn't. I didn't say that. I'm not sure if I did. Why does this card like me so much? What is going on? Go away. What is this? Reveal the top card. Okay, interesting. Get rid of Unearth? Sure. Guess I'll leave out Lightning Bolt. Oh, alright. Interesting. Doing nothing for 2 turns in Historic Brawl in a green deck. That's basically unheard of. Okay. Oh, why do I have to stop here? Whoops. Ancient Tomb into what? Into mana efficiency? Yeah, that seems like a good idea at this point. Let's get one of these two. Creation gives me something to do. Oh, so does this, though. I have a bunch of options. I'm going to just take Creation. I'm just going to take that one. It gives me just something to do that I don't really feel bad if I lose it. I mean, there's no conceivable way in which you do nothing for 3 turns. Not in Historic Brawl. So I take it there are multiple options. What are those options? Buckle up. Let's find out. Alright, that's an option. Well, let's play the card my opponent knows about, shall we? Do the thing. Oh, is there Stifle? It could still be Stifle Tail's End. So, that doesn't really... It changes nothing. Quite literally changes nothing. If that is what's going on. It could be like... I don't know, there's a bunch of things that could be at 1 mana. Just full stop, no land. Wow. Can't cast my commander. So I just do nothing. If they have, like, mana drain, I basically lose instantly. Even though they have done almost nothing this whole game. I feel like I just lose almost immediately there. Sure. Okay. Well, it doesn't solve it forever. I can just do it again. There has not been a cantrip. I think they would have cast one last turn. Okay, they didn't have the mana for that one, at least. I can get a different kind of combo piece this time. I don't know if it's the same thing. They did find a land. Oh, wait. Did I get the wrong land? No, not necessarily. Do I want this? I think I kind of do. I want to keep hitting my land drops. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I'll just simply recast it and get one of our, like, redundant things. Such as, but not limited to... Flash? Can I cast Flash? Hold on. Yeah, let's just get something value-centric. Something I will definitely not miss if it gets taken care of, so let's do that. Do I Lightning Bolt this? I think I do. Oh wait, no. Fatal Push? Wait, I can't do that. Wait a minute. Why do I care about this 3-1? They drew another land for the turn. Yeah, I don't care at all about this 3-1. I don't know why I thought I did. So, get rid of first day. I'm not going to get weird with the land. Yeah, no, we're not going to get weird. We're just going to play normal stuff. Let's Fatal Push. This does put a legitimate clock on my face, but I can probably afford to do this. I can get rid of everything? Maybe keep the removal spell. Reanimate's not free anymore. Not going to cast that. Alright, if they don't answer the creation, had I put the Persist Goblin under it, which I think is never correct, I would have just drawn a win there. I mean, it still can be answered. Yeah, alright. Still haven't actually done that. So far, very strange cards. Very strange. I'm drawing Hot Steaming Garbage. Let's cast this and swing. Opponent apparently has even more interaction. How exciting. Well, they don't really want to bounce my commander. They drew another land, so they've just drawn nothing but lands. Alright, we can fling for 4 damage. Watch out. It is an instant, which is funny. It is an instant. Okay, that's... Sure. Well, this has the capacity to kill me, and I would like to attempt my commander again, so I'm going to do this. Well, that's great. I mean, if you have a counterspell, it takes 2 nanoseconds. There you go. Cool. Fun. Died to the slowest blue-green player on the planet. Tragic. Opponent taking their time with every single turn. Death by 1,000 seconds. we drew kind of nothing. They had a bunch of goofy answers for everything I was doing, but they just lined up perfectly. Very strange answers. Bunch of cards I've never seen before. Bunch of weird stuff there. To be fair, I have never even played against that commander before, so I guess it was bound to do something weird. I've played against this once before, right? I think once. I like getting the triumph basically every single game. Putting that into play doesn't accomplish much now, does it? No, not really. Alright, it's just... voice. Nah. Let's find something else. And I'm not gonna Faithless Looting here. Might as well be mana efficient. Take out the infinite mana card. So... mill... I think I just, yet again, take my time. Ideally looking for land. Above everything anyways. Alright, green into green. We could probably replace Faithless Looting. Feels like that's kind of a thing I should be thinking about. Let's get rid of these. I could probably get rid of my whole hand, actually. No, I'll keep this thing. Okay. This makes me getting rid of the Lively Dirge kind of sad. Oh look, another green card. That's cool. Nice. Huge. Wait, what? That's not a green source? What are you doing? Opponent, you don't have another green source. You don't have another green card. What are you doing? Crazy. Was it not game with Lively Dirge? How was I going to reanimate the card out of my graveyard? I don't think that was... It's not in my graveyard, is it? Oh. Alright, well, I have to kill the green card if I want to keep playing the game, so... I can play this and do nothing else. Dirge is 5 mana. No, isn't it 7? Wait, isn't it 7? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is 5 mana. Alright, yeah, no, it was there. Whoops. It was there. It was. It was everything we needed and more. Let's see. More green cards, by the way. Well, I guess it didn't matter. They killed it anyways. But yeah, that is true. I have no idea what to do now. So we'll just do this. You don't matter. You don't matter. Still keeping these. Could probably get rid of the... No, I'm gonna still keep them. Still gonna keep them. Another green card. Cool. Well, they played a land out of hand. They didn't have to do that. Opponent did not have to do that. My opponent is also literally mono green with the removal spell. Just full stop. We're gonna have to take 12 here. Right? Yep. There's no not taking 12. Full retail. I can exile my opponent's creature with this, actually. That might actually just be a good idea. Which one, though? Soul of Windgrace is probably the most sketchy. What is 6 doing? Picking up random stuff. Alright, yeah, we're gonna take this. That feels like the right idea. And there's not a lot of reasons to... Oh, wait, yes, there are. I'm gonna not cast Murderous Rider. I'm just not gonna cast it here. Yeah, I don't really care about them retracing when they have no cards in their hand. And if they have a land, and if they draw a land, then, well, then they can only retrace something that doesn't really do anything. Okay, they could have flew for 6, which is funny. What is it with Lively Dirge in my brain? I don't really know. That is not the first, second, or third time I have done that with Lively Dirge. And not just in this deck. I consistently just not use that card right. I don't know what it is. Something about Spree, maybe? Something about it is just really not working out with my brain. Well, they've only had green cards, so I'm sure there's no removal here. Okay. Do I need Unearth for any reason? Well, currently no. Did they already play a land? Oh, they can play an additional land, okay. The bright side of them being mono green, it means that there's not a lot of interaction, like removal and stuff, but they have had one. Okay, yeah, suppose. If I find anything, we're good. I'm gonna get rid of my whole hand here. As Grief is nice, but I'd rather just try to actually win the game. Okay. That wins the game. I'm gonna just Cloud Shift for the sake of it, though. Oh, whoops. I thought I cast Dark Ritual. My bad. Alright, so we get whatever we want. Cast Gamble for next game. Oh, opponent. Opponent? You didn't let me do it. You didn't let me do it. We beat Mono Green. Yay. Yay! Mono green with Infernal Grasp. Okay, so the more I play, the less I actually like Faithless Looting. Commander's already sort of doing that. It does it earlier, though, like if I need a land or something. I can't say this is ever a bad card, but I think I can do something better than this. I can do something better. Another tutor. I mean, I did take out a fair amount of tutors, just for the sake to have, like, you know, slightly something else to do, but maybe we just want to put them back in. Threshold? It's the opposite of madness, right? What threshold card? Oh, I guess it's the next stage of madness. That's maybe a better way to describe it. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing here. Spell Mastery? Oh, the black one, the Rowan card. Yeah. The Rowan card. Never ended up crafting it. Can't craft it, get wrecked. Can't craft it. Yeah, it's the card I want for Rowan. It does cost 5 though. I mean, I do get Spell Mastery online pretty quickly though. And I do utilize the triple black it provides. And it costing 5 is kind of just okay. So yeah, I could put it in here. I was playing the slow Saga version. How many times have we wanted to cast Heliod's or Reprobate? Like, how many times would this have been good? I feel like quite a few. It's hard to go wrong with this. Voice of Victory has been kind of lame. It is a reanimatable protection spell. Like, a reanimatable silence instead of simply just casting silence. I could repeatedly get this in play with reanimate spells. Like Phyrexian Reclamation can do it as many times as I want as well. And for a lot of decks that could, well, not a lot actually. It's not actually a lot, but a fair amount of decks might lose because I cast silence before I comboed off. Really, to be honest, I think the first few cards that would come out is Flage and Croxa. To be completely honest. Flage did win me one game at least. Alright, one more tutor. One more tutor of some kind. I'm sort of leaning towards the 5-mana one, because all parts of the chapter are good. Like all 3 of the cruelty chapters are good. Which is a rare occurrence. It's like an upgraded version of Eldritch Reborn. I'm still an Eldritch Reborn truther. The Feigned Death hasn't done anything. It's mostly just Grief in my commander as like a weird flicker. Which is okay, that's okay. Not great in Exile though. I don't really care to Feign Death, Croxa, or Flage as well. I think it's fine as a one-of. What about First Day? This is another version of my commander. Yeah, that's the commander side of the combo. I think it can still stay. Assembling sporadic pieces has actually been viable, so... instead of just having to get the same one every time. Skrelv and Giver haven't done anything. I don't know if that's their fault. Alright, I'm going to take out Feign Death. That feels like the least relevant of the bunch of cards here. Maybe Phyrexian Reclamation also being rather slow? It's fine. Alright, well, of the new cards I'm playing this time over last time, I have taken a few of those out already. But hey, look, there's a warp card in here, alright? It's a new deck. It's got a warp card in it. Alright, we have this. Flage against this could be kind of bad. There's a lot of things I don't care what. Yeah, there's just not enough going on here. Ugh. Bartholomew, go away. Please. This is very slow. I'm on the play, though. This is incredibly slow, though. Probably just not keepable. Probably just not keepable. We'll see. I'm banking on the top of the deck being somewhat good. I don't really feel like I should blow this up. Maybe I should have blown it up. I could just do it next turn. I don't know. Do I really care about this? Do I? Not really? Oh, alright. Look at that. Things are happening. Wear Tear. Huge. Infinite value. Blood Crypt. Oh, that is excellent. Yes. I don't know if I've ever done that. I will be very content if I lose now. I've done it. We've done something. Look at that. We can take the loss. A little late for that, but it's still somewhat relevant. It's still technically a second land. This is one of the best defender cards in the game. Actually, in the whole of Magic, this is one of the best ones. One of my most played. Played that quite a bit in my younger years. My diaper days. Yep. I kinda want to grief, but I don't want to grief with specifically this, so I'm not going to grief. Did this get any new toys? Maybe. I'd like to play that one again. I like this commander a lot. I mean, it's green, but it does kind of its own thing still, which is kind of neat. It was really good when I played it. I'll say that much. It was good when I played it, so. Alright, what does it actually do? End of turn. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm going to respect my opponent's ability to block and just do this now. And respect their cognitive desire to block there. So we can keep these three, get rid of the 2 white cards. Yeah. Ancient Tomb is actually quite significant. Ancient Tomb is incredibly significant. Wow, that was probably one of the best draws I could have had. Yeah, actually so. Alright, they have Wash Away and Random Thing I don't care about. But their commander's in play, so. Have I ever casted Daze? What? Daze Undoing? What? Okay. Well, grief would have stopped this from happening, but fortunately, my opponent's kind of tapped out after they do it. So there is merit in making my opponent do it. Right, like they do this, draw some cards, but now they're kind of just tapped out outside of green, and I probably just don't care about all this, right? Like full stop, maybe the Wash Away was just scarier than 15 cards. Because now they don't have blue to stop me next turn. Oh, Okay, they could have played blue. They did not play blue. Also, what does this do? This does not have defender. Oh, well, I get a mana out of this. I get a mana out of that, at least. Definitely not what I wanted to see, though. We have a land in hand. Alright, so now can we win? No, I think I needed that. Alright, well, it looks like letting your opponent draw 15 is not a good idea. Oh, no, I haven't cast first day of class yet. Not today, at least. So what do I do now? Nothing? Just lose? Yeah. I can make one infinite attacker. This doesn't have haste. I can make one infinite attacker. And then I can lose. Cool. Oh, right, I should probably take that. If my opponent's going to get another turn... Wait, are they? Hold on. Yeah, they are. And I'm technically not dead? Am I dead? I don't look dead. But I definitely don't look like I'm winning. Casting this... I could have technically cast a Putrid Goblin and forced my opponent to block with two of their creatures. If they were not aware, I would have won there, but I'm going to respect my opponent that they see that they could just simply block. So, I'm not going to do that. Also, the jig would be up if I did, so... Oh, they had the bedrock. I didn't even see it. I'm dead of the air. Alright, yep. So I went for a line that forced my opponent to invest all of their mana to, like, do the thing. So they wouldn't have a counterspell. But then they did the thing, also had just a bunch of answers to what I was doing anyways, so it didn't matter. Yep, alright. Well, when in doubt. My line was wrong. I did have grief, but still. I don't know. I mean, grief would have already been cast had I taken the kite sail thing. Yeah, my line didn't get there. Who knows, maybe the line of making them do the other thing was better. I've also noticed my sagas today have just been blown up constantly, which is kind of funny. My sagas have just been constantly blown up. I don't really see any reason to Chrome Mox just to play this a turn earlier. I just don't see a reason to do that. Full stop. Let's play you. Let's do this. That is the weirdest counterspell I've ever seen in my life, but it works nonetheless. I've never seen someone cast that before. Gets the if I pay, they get the rapid growth. Well, I came here to cast my commander, so that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get rid of, I think, my entire hand here. Yeah. It's nice to have mana, but it's not doing anything unless I draw something to do with it. I'm not going to grief. What? Okay. Weird. What are you leaving up blue for here? Huh. I find that strange, but I suppose I'll find out immediately. Eldest Reborn. Wow, there it is. Eldest Reborn. Let's get rid of Vraska. Yeah, I would say so. And then swing. We get a mono red Pock next alchemy. Sounds fun. Do I ephemerate now? Do I Skrelv? No, I don't think I do. I think I just pass. Eldest Reborn just gets rid of grief here. Pretty straightforward, I think. You can go away, you can go away, you can go away. And then I cast it again. Okay. Well, those are cards. Should probably just do this. Wait, can I? Yeah. Do I need to draw as well? No, I do not. Wait. Where? Wrong one. There we go. Just going to put it on top. Ooh, excuse me. And then we play this. And we play this. And we take 6. Oh, and we discard that. Alright, this was a very honest and the pace Madrotha normally plays, and it does kind of struggle without the fast mana side of things. Because I usually say it's like the slowest you can be in the format is Madrotha, but it usually is caught back up. Mainly you have all the green cards. Oh, is that a spider? Oh, it is. Hold on, I gotta kill that. It's dead. At least I think it's dead. Kind of a funny time to kill a spider. Oh, I don't think my opponent's here anymore. Well, that's tragic. Oh, wait, no, there we go. Alright. I just have to do it, what, one more time? They're dead? Look at that. Look at all the clicks we saved by getting the blockers out of the way. Someone just let me do the whole thing, too. Do it after the mobilize trigger? Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it still has to... Still have to do it, though. I don't know. Does that take... Wait, we have to quantify how much time it takes to hold priority all the time in combat like that? Because that would actually matter. But yeah, technically that is the optimal one to do. I think, right? Yeah, I would say so. Also, I completely lost the spider. It's just gone. It's not on the tissue box. Like, I slammed it with this box. It's not on there, so... I either sent it to Narnia, or it just flumped over and fell and I didn't see it. I definitely hit it, though. I definitely hit it. Alright, so I can keep some kind of, ooh, jeez. Ugh. Ugh. Bruh. Okay, that's... Well, that wasn't good. I will admit, the vast majority of the decks I play and the time spent making them, I do not normally go to 5. So, we can say with confidence that that's not consistent. Maybe I can try to do something about that. Okay, I'm taking out Flay's Croxa. Talked about it enough. Man, the lands have been fine. More removal, maybe? I don't really care about Shield Your Edict. Yeah, I like removal. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this has not been happening. But now it is. It's very bad. Very bad. 2 games in a row. I'm just gonna kill this. Okay, probably lose. If I miss a land. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Let's not act like we're still in this. Alright, hopefully that doesn't happen 3 times in a row. Okay. A red-white surveil land. Looking for any kind of land, yep. Oh, can't really let him untap. What am I doing with this untapped? Putting a land on top? No, I'm just gonna play this. Just gonna play that. We did find a land. Okay. Alright. Get rid of these 3. This might be way too slow, actually, to keep these. I'm gonna keep one of them. Ooh, alright. Well, I mean, that's a combo piece. It's still 2 turns out, though. So it might not matter. Are they in a demolition field? I guess so. Interesting. It doesn't do anything against us, really, but it shuffles their deck, I guess. Alright, well, perfect 2 lands off the top. There's another one as well. I can... it doesn't actually matter which order I play these. Just play the expensive one first. Get you... play generic land, and there's no reason to attack. Alright. Well, Tifa's notably not in play. And they shuffled away the Swiftfoot boots, I think? Oh. I'm not sure what could kill me that isn't Tifa. I don't know. Well, I think I'd like to see this. Even if it does get haste at this point, it would need quite a few lands to do it. I think, right? That's only creature mana as well. The castle mana is only for creatures. I don't think there's any haste thing that is going to happen here. Oh, come on. Do you actually have a haste card? That's lame. It could be a fun... Well, they already cast it. That wouldn't be that. Okay, they do not, as far as I'm aware, have any way to give this haste. They just did all of that. That's kind of insane. Okay. Is it me, or could they have just done that next turn? Now, I'm going to untap and win, but my opponent, A, doesn't know that, and B, it's only one turn. It's not like they had to wait. They could have just full stop waited a turn. I don't understand this. Maybe they either had to go, or they were just over it because I cast a tutor, and they assumed there is no way this will ever work at this point. I've actually only seen this kind of Tifa player. I haven't seen the one that we played last time, which, again, I kind of argue is probably just better against a wider range of strategies, because you're not all in on Tifa like this. Like, all of this doesn't amount to anything without this in play, and I killed it twice, so... Okay. They had kind of a spooky manland, but it's not a one-shot. Very strange. Alright, Wear Tear could be really good. And it could also be really bad. We'll see. I do not have turn 1 Lightning Bolt. And of course it would be endlessly useful. Fascinating. Alright, 1 into 3 on the play is just, as per usual, almost immediately lights out for about 90% of the decks in the game. Doesn't quite look like that's the case. Let's play something that doesn't matter too much. Sure. Another land. Ew, it's a colorless one too. I probably don't want that one. This dies if I target it with anything, so it just, like, they can't protect it if I cast Reprobation on it. And I picked up some information that way as well. Looks like there's some kind of interactive spell. Ooh, alright, we're back in it. Apparently those birds were really important. Let's get you. Yeah, I can keep that. It lets me discard this. Alright, we name human? Yep. Boom. 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 Oh wow, I just have it next turn. I just full stop have it. Let's play this, because it looks like a combo piece my opponent doesn't want to play against. And I think there's some kind of interaction. Does anything fundamentally matter here? I'm not going to go for it. There's 100% guarantee there's a blue spell after I tried to kill the blue tapping bird. So, I'm just going to go this route. I highly doubt my opponent's going to win next turn. And I can definitely beat a removal spell. They're at the point of the game where they can't not simply just tap out repeatedly for their stuff. So... no, I'm gonna keep that, actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. Like, they have to just spend their mana. Alright, yep, I got it. There's no not spending their mana. I know leaving up interaction so I don't combo is something, but that's not winning. You're just sitting there continuously losing with that line. Ooh, I think I had lethal damage if I played this first. Well, I didn't. There it is. Played it now. We can see our opponent's entire deck, too. Look at that. And we can surveil, but I definitely missed the infinite damage, which would have made this faster. But hey, who doesn't want to see an Uralak player's deck? It'd be kind of cool looking. You know I'll do it. I'll have to do it 40 times. Easy. But yeah, I should have obviously not forced myself to do this. Look, I want to click, alright? Maybe they have Emrakul. Maybe they have Gaia's Blessing, which wouldn't stop them from dying to 2 infinitely large creatures. But still. Toxic Deluge Ulamog, okay. Metamorph. Oh, I can also sack my infinitely scaling thing, so it's actually a lot faster. I have another, like, yeah, whatever. However much that is. We went from no one letting me do it to now everyone today is letting me do it. It's kind of funny. I'll put a stop on my opponent's turn. If I somehow rope out, I can continue it on their upkeep. Although that is a little sketchy. Wait, what? They have Ultima? What are they... But they don't have any colorless lands. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna mill the rest with my other stuff and move on. Cool. Pock. Wow. Wandering Archaic. Binding. K-Command. That thing. Karn? This is weird. Cast a spell, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, what's with the 2 Forsaken Monuments? Whenever you... So the... How many... What? Oh, this is a blue-green deck. With, like, Deluge... Huh. Deluge, Dark Ritual, Reanimate. So it has, like, the best of black. And then it just goes into all-in blue-green. Blue-green, I guess, technically colorless. There's not enough colorless lands in this deck for me to like the 2 big 5-mana Forsaken Monument cards. I just don't know if I like those here. Oh, I didn't know you could do this. Oh, look at that. I can page shift. I didn't know that. Where's the... Wait a minute. This is really weird. I wish I could see more people's deck lists. I wish I could do this more. I can't say I've seen anything quite like this at all. Like, just a blue-green Ululek with also colorless random stuff that it seems rather difficult to cast the colorless cards, though. Like, they didn't have a way to do it in play, I don't think. They need it double colorless for some of those, too? Like, I don't know. Well, they have the right colors, at least, right? I mean, blue-green, you literally cannot go wrong. So I guess they have that going for them. Oh, I love this commander. Oh, I love it so much. I've only played it like twice, very long time ago. It's probably a miserable matchup, but I still really like it. The amount of times I've had this in my hand just makes me want to replace this exact slot with Esper Sentinel. Or even Ragavan. Just every game I've had this stupid thing. I think it's only done something once. Let's just play it safe. We can Surveil. I don't need the Triumph. Yeah, it's weighing this card so low that it thinks it's a safe card to have in your keep every single game. Fair enough. Opponent contemplated the Mana Rock. That's not a good sign, is it? So, kind of an ugly turn, actually. Well, kind of an ugly turn. Ugly turn for the opponent, though. Okay. Fair exchange. This is blue, correct. I don't necessarily lose to Mana Drain. Yeah, it's fine. I don't lose outright to it, so it's not likely from a deck like this to lose to it. Yep, well, they would also literally need it. I mean, if you have Mana Drain, you send it on a 5. Or, I mean, just any counterspell. Yeah, it doesn't have to be... Oh, look, it's Mana Drain. Of course it is. Why not? Of course it's Mana Drain. Why wouldn't my opponent just have it? But, again, I'm not immediately losing to it, like I would ordinarily in this spot. Okay. So do that. Pretty easy to beat the thieving spaghetti. Sacred Foundry is fine. Get rid of these two. I don't have triple black for this card, which kind of sucks. I could just simply discard it, and that's sort of the same. No, it seems arguably just very not good to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Alright, well, like I said, if ever Mana Drain wasn't going to win, I felt like this was the matchup where it doesn't win instantly. Still the best card my opponent could possibly have, but I'm not dead. And there's not too much they can steal that makes them just outright win. I mean, the best thing is probably a removal spell, which is a Beetle. But yeah, no triple black. Could have maybe tried harder for that. Okay, they found an answer to my reprobation, because of course they did. Excellent. I draw nothing to punish it. They have 2 blockers. My opponent has to be aware of what's going on. They also need a counter spell. Alright, let's tap this, that, cast this, and then cast this. Yep. Okay, so now they have to know. Now they have to know. Now they have to pay attention. They didn't know. Well, sometimes they don't know. Yep. Oops. Sometimes they just don't know. Nice. Look at that. I couldn't tell you the last time I beat this card. I actually don't know. But there it is. We did it. That's great. Nice. Oh, that's the benefit of it being an instant as opposed to the other one, the flying one. Well, this is a slow hand that is slow. And also doesn't have all 3 colors if I want untapped Skrelv turn 1, which could be incorrect. I think I just cast Skrelv? Oof. Yep. Kinda difficult to not play Skrelv turn 1 here. I think it's just always right. But it means no red mana. Okay. Swing. It gives me Fatal Push. Yeah, I'm definitely swinging here. Just gives me Fatal Push. Wait, they didn't kill one of the 1/1s. Oh, chat, they didn't kill 1/1. Okay, wait. So we do this. There we go. Alright, found it. Opponent thought they were going to play around Revolt. Thought they had me. To be fair, I had the fetch land. I still had the fetch land. Alright, yeah. You can see the benefit of this. My opponent can't interact on my turn with this, and it's hard to kill it through the Skrelv. That's why playing this turn 1 seemed extremely useful. And from here, could be difficult to get anything going. So, good read by us. I think it's right to block a token, because if I have anything that wants me to sack a creature, you should just block a token. But it does technically play around... No, it actually doesn't play around Fatal Push. I still have my end step. And the fetch land. Alright, yeah, there's no way my opponent thought to do that. They just happened to block the 3/1, or the 1/3. But it didn't matter. I don't think they were deliberately playing around anything. Well, Grief, reanimate Grief is funny. Do we Grief, reanimate Grief? Against a blue-white deck, it could be just one of the best things I can ask for, but I don't think it's going to win. But it's funny, and I haven't done it yet, so I guess we can try. It's not like this is doing anything, so... Or rather, very unlikely to be doing anything. So let's go that line. Counterspell, stock up, sweeper, counterspell, 4 extra turns. Excellent. Let's take the Tail's End, and then take the stock up. Leave him with an incredibly bad hand, and us with a 3/1, which I can't imagine we'll get there, but it's definitely in play. Or a 3/2. Same thing. My opponent's hand is definitely very bad, though. Subject to change, though. Spell Swindle is kind of insane. I don't know last time I've seen that one. That's, format doesn't really care about 5-mana counter spells. This is not mana drain. You could just... It's like mana drain, but extremely expensive. Like mana drain at the point of the game where you care way less about it. Point being, never upset to see it. I can cast my commander. Oh, I won't cast theirs, sure. Not really much to... I can leave their commander in play and just kill the clue token, right? Yeah, I don't care at all about this. I don't care at all. Yeah, that... Giver... Nah, not looking great in the face of Hour of Spaghetti Revelation there. Okay. They'll counter anything, so just no attack. Their last card apparently is castable? Yeah, they'll literally counter anything. Maybe that's fine? No, it's not. No, I'll just pass then. Okay, now we... No, still. I just don't care. I do not care about my pulse commander. I should not just randomly kill it for no reason. I'm going to assume my opponent kept 2 lands on top. Can kill it now, because they have to stop this, otherwise they take too much damage. Okay, so now we're losing to Expropriate, And there's not much I can do about that. So... Wait a minute. Reveal battlefield, what does this do? Destroy all non-land permanents. Okay, so it doesn't matter what I put under this. Let's put something I don't want to draw like that under it. Because again, I can't actually get to it. I just don't want to draw this thing. Okay, well, they notably did not swing first. Sure, yep. That was their draw. They didn't play the one we know about. I think that's very incorrect. Should probably play the one I... Well, no, they want to keep the treasure tokens. Opponent wants to keep the treasure tokens, so never mind. Alright, well, I thought we had something, but the double grief clearly just wasn't enough. That's what I said I needed to rely on, and it just didn't get there, so... And my opponent's also top-decking perfect cards that make it so they don't have to do anything else. Well, I'm not going to play around my last card in the opponent's hand. That's just... I've already ran exceedingly hot. I'm not going to respect it. Cool. Nice. Well, if you top deck like that, then literally nothing in the game will ever beat you. That's for sure. You will never lose a game in Magic if you just have the hottest things off the top of your deck. Probably wasn't winning anyways, but that definitely made it so I'm never winning. Yeah, every single card, including lands, were played off the top in the perfect order. They did scry 2 on top, I think. Yeah, I think they scry 2 on top. What the heck is this? What the heck is that? Whenever an enchantment enters, put a counter on a creature and it flies. What? What is about to happen to us? Alright. This hand is very slow, but it stops my opponent from cyberbullying me, I guess. Kind of awkward mana base here. I don't want to get a mountain, but I might just get a mountain here. Might just get a mountain. I mean, it is a green deck, so, you know, does anything really matter anyways? Well, apparently not. Yeah, ooh, getting a mountain here is just beyond ugly, but this Chain of the Rocks is going to have to matter. I'm going to have to draw more lands anyways for this game to matter. That is not 1 into 3. Okay. I mean, it is, but it's not 1 into a good 3. We're back in it. So, Commander, get rid of this and that. Yep, I'm kind of over trying to... Oh, that was awful. Wow, that was abysmal. We're just now interested in going for a fast win. Oh, that was so bad. Wow. Well, there is a difference between this and Scythus, I'll say that. I don't think I'm in a losing position, but that was definitely a good sequence of things they just did. Alright, so we can play... There's no reason to play Ancient Tomb. It doesn't change any math. I can get the... excuse me. Get the Putrid Goblin to hand, and then just bin something completely and utterly random, like this flashback card. That could matter. Put that to my hand. And then next turn... Actually, I shouldn't have swung, because I take 2 more damage. I should not have attacked. That was wrong. But, too late. I mean, they don't have any of the crazy white auras. But they do have Ancestral Mask or whatever? They just went to discard. So they didn't do more stuff. Well, I mean, completely and utterly all in, so it doesn't matter. It looks like there's interaction though, so probably just doesn't... Probably doesn't get there. There is literally no secrets or anything. There's nothing. Cool. Well, I lost to blue-green dumpster, but I didn't do anything, so fair enough. Cool deck. I've never seen anything like that before. I got dumpstered by the dumpster. I don't think I've ever seen a blue-green aura enchantress thing. I think Ivy's the closest I've ever seen it. I would probably play Ivy instead of whatever my opponent was doing, but, well, I mean, if your opponent doesn't stop you, you can kind of do whatever you want. So, doesn't matter too much. Opponent, that is not blue mana. Oh no. Oh wait, no, this isn't green, excuse me. I'm actually, like, green locked in my head. I thought they played a... I thought, just assumed my opponent was green like everyone else. Alright, let's shock ourselves and do this. Yeah, we're doing this. So destroy, discard. Discard, destroy. I wonder if my opponent even has black mana? I don't know why you wouldn't at least have black mana, so... Interesting. I'm going to blow that up. Actually, no, I can just let it do its thing. Yeah, I can just let it do its thing. Let's just run this out. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. I don't even really... Yeah, spot removal against Garuda doesn't actually do all that much, honestly. Oh, nope, there's black mana. Oh, and then there's just me losing. Cool. They did not spam clones. Kind of weird. So now what? Have to kill this, lest I lose the game. Oh, we just have a flicker effect? Of course we do. We also use it on something that's not Garuda. I don't know why I wouldn't just do it on Garuda. I feel like that would have made just as much sense. I think I'm dead anyways, though. Cool. Fun. Love me a good Garuda. I mean, fast mana is what just made us lose there. Just got trampled by fast mana. Just completely demolished by it. Yeah, the second shatter effect wasn't going to do anything. I needed, I guess I needed another one. Oh yeah, I still haven't played Y'shtola. I keep forgetting. Oh, can we bend this? We do have Unearth. Yeah, we can just bend that. It's kind of like drawing it when you have a card that reanimates it, right? That is sound logic. Unless it isn't. Then rip skis. I will... Kolaghan's command that, and I will do it now. Actually, you know what? I will not do it right now. If my opponent wants to use it, by all means. I will not do it now. Okay, now I'm sort of less inclined to do it in the first place. Bruh. Okay, I guess we're just not doing it here. No, I'm still gonna do it. Target you, get rid of the one that taps for anything. Mana. Alright, let's play our commander. What are we looking for? I don't even know. Get rid of you and you and you? That's a sack outlet. Actually, my whole hand is kind of just okay. This is extremely slow. Yeah, let's get rid of that one. Alright, well, we found it. Right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Okay, good sign. Excellent sign. Even more excellented. I'm not convinced there's anything going on over there. So I'm going to just kill my opponent. Cool. We did it. We beat the video game. We beat the video game. Alright, I think I've had my fill of this. I was really banking on this being... you know me not to play the same thing twice. Yeah, okay, so I was kind of expecting to play the quote-unquote third variant of this, and I think I already said this in the beginning, but there really isn't that many things, I'm convinced, that are amazing in that third variant, being the Mardu beatdown thing, where you just pull random creatures from your graveyard. Faithless Looting. Kroxa and Flage, I actually ended up taking them out. So those are like the things to do with the mid-range whatnot. Both Alesha's not once did anything. There was never really... Well, there's not a lot of windows where I could go for these cards. So if there's just different kind of reanimate spells, maybe that's just better. Like Zombify or other big threats, more removal, more card draw, more tutors, slowly back to where it started, the deck list, relative to the one I had uploaded before, which is extremely similar to this one, just a few different cards. I do like this card, though. I'm a fan of this. I mean, it is a weird Fiend Hunter that also is an Ephemerate Cloud Shift kind of effect, so this is kind of cool. but the new set hasn't really brought anything. The skeleton creator enjoyer just felt really meh. Oh, not that one. This one. It's like, didn't actually. You could probably play Felia, although Felia has to swing, and there's a lot of times where this just dies. I don't know. You could play it though. It does really need your commander in play, and that part is kind of hard enough. So I don't know. But anyways, this is it returns your creatures, and then if you flicker them, so actually another thing to do with Felia, you could actually just play both of these, like boop boop. This puts it back into play without any kind of mana investment other than the upfront 3 mana, and then you could flicker it with any flicker effect, and then suddenly it's no longer a skeleton and has all of its abilities. So that's kind of interesting, right, with a combo piece that you may have discarded at some point along the way with your wheel effects. It makes me want to play Faithful Smoothing again. I had taken it out. Mesmeric Orb actually almost made me lose a game, but I think the person got either way too greedy with the value it gave them, or they just made... Yeah, they made a mistake with their Shifting Woodland. I think I would have won anyways, I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's funny. I always say it that, like, you can mill your opponent for 89, and that doesn't do anything at all unless you mill them for their entire deck. So it's all down to the last... You know, the same logic with damage, obviously. It's like you can do 24 damage, but that doesn't do anything until you do 25. Vastly easier to deal 25 instead of 100 and whatever with mill cards. So sporadic mill, so many strategies just like their graveyard to some degree, or just aren't totally upset with a big chunk of it getting thrown in there. The combo thing is rather resilient when it comes to pieces, because there's a lot of, like, First Day of Class and Thran Vigil are just effective combo pieces of your commander's side, right? And then your sack outlets with any amount of creatures, it doesn't take many, is very scary. There was never an instance where it came up, but you can technically swing with this first if it's in play, just a small thing, and then have even more attacking creatures when you go into infinite damage with your infinitely scaling creatures if you had no infinite mill or bombardment infinite. So there's some interesting lines, but I think this is just the most efficient this commander is going to be, and the Mardu beatdown thing is found elsewhere in vastly more efficient commander slots, and your matchups don't change or anything across what I believe to be is like a wide chunk of the Mardu commanders are sort of playing against the same thing. Maybe Ishin is the sweatiest of the sweat, or the weird lizard double strike thing I might be up there as well. But yeah, I do like the Avenue. It's not like because you don't have the combo instantly you lose. You can continue to do other things. It's not like you're interacting with your opponent with a lot of removal. You could run more just any amount of discard beyond Grief if you really want to. That was fine. I have done that before. But I will say the Aleshas felt extraordinarily underwhelming. They were almost always discarded with my commander's ability. Just like constantly getting rid of these. It just felt like I was never in a position to play them unless it was exactly turn 3 and I had nothing else to do. Maybe you could play them there, but I actually can't even play this one turn 2 with Ancient Tomb, but you can with this one. They also demand that you swing with them, and it could, or this one not with it itself, but you do have to actually swing, and just swinging and then them dying doesn't really feel great just to replace them with a combo piece that you have already put to your graveyard. There's just like a lot that these cards want to do, so I've never tried them. We're not on my radar, but certainly not something I felt like it was doing much at all. Same with this. I mean, it was in here to start, and then I took it out immediately, but I didn't give it a chance. I think there's something there with the flicker effects, and maybe something with the stats that you would probably want to put Croxa and Flage back in, which they've been in and out of my Celes list, so They are kind of nice to bring back as just naked 6/6s, sort of. But still, not really. There's again a lot of instances where you probably just discard this to Celes. And if you were ever just pitching a card constantly to your commander, it's probably something to think about just not running whatsoever. There's some exceptions to that, like first day of class. If your commander dies, you have just an ability to win out of nowhere with a cheaper version of your commander's text box for the combo turn, with like this card. Same with this one. So that's nice. This one's temporary, kind of sad, but you know, still kind of doing the thing. I noticed a lot of my sagas have been getting blown up. I don't know if the people's creation of Avacyn radars are just on point lately, but this card has been blown up a lot. So definitely something to consider. I have not seen a lot of this card outside of myself still, so something to really consider is this card. I was just surprised how often it gets blown up, but then everyone tells me you shouldn't play it. It's like, well, what? It's constantly answered. Constantly answered. Kind of funny that, you know, someone would tell me over and over that you shouldn't play it. It's like, well, my opponent just, every single person deems it threatening, so I think maybe my appreciation of it is not totally unfound. Yeah, I never got to throw this at someone for 100, but there are exile effects and whatnot. This is still a little vulnerable. Don't have a lot of ways to recover if the combos disrupt it, right? And that is a downside. There are, I would say, more resilient combo decks in Historic Brawl. Rowan, actually. Any excuse to bring up Rowan, I'm going to do it. Rowan, the only portion you got to worry about is untapping with this. But once you do, and no, I, again, would not ever try to give this haste. But once you do, there's a lot of hands that just win if you untap with this. There are a lot of sequences of hands that, iterations of cards that will just win if you untap with this. Actually, don't think I have Ancient Tomb in here. Yeah, this is pre-Ancient Tomb, pre-Busted Land era. Still Chrome Box though. But yeah, so I think there's just better kind of combo things, but there is that value side. I will say I haven't played a mix, at least I don't think I have, a mix of like reanimate giant scary threats and also have the combo in your deck. So you have like the two lines that are probably scary enough, right? Reanimating Gristlebrand or casting a Gristlebrand on turn 5 with, you know, discard it here, reanimate it turn 5. I don't know if that's really that great. There's some other things that are scary though. It might not. Yeah, Gristlebrand specifically could be difficult. You could try Godo, right? You play Godo on 5, pass. If they kill it, you don't really care. If they blow up the weapon, just continue to do something else, right? But you just turn 5 Godo, and then next turn go for it. It's like, oh, why not? You know, why not? I think there's something there for sure. A Godo is something to always consider if your deck has red in it. It's just something that you should assess as some random out. Maybe Ragavan would like it with all the treasure tokens it might not use. This is a ridiculous amount of treasure, but still, I don't know. It's a red card, it's a combo, it's a funny combo. It doesn't really take much to put in your deck. Just something to always consider. But yeah, the color was kind of rough. Like Ancient Tomb, you're not playing this on turn 3, which is a huge blow to Ancient Tomb's power. Gemstone is all the same, but yeah, Ancient Tomb not letting you cast this faster is kind of significant, right? It doesn't help your commander. No, you never like to see that. It's probably at its weakest when that is in fact the case. It's not often the case though. Well, actually, maybe is it? I don't know. I'd have to really pay attention to see how many times it is the case. But yeah, definitely something to think of there. Still just a really good card though. What else? I think that's about it. I have at least 2 hours worth of me talking about Celes on YouTube at this point already, so I don't have to make this one that much longer. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment,